Ya, bueno. Démosle.
That bastard. That bastard. He killed my pups. Nearly killed me. For what? He doesn't have the body to fucking do it himself, so he tried to blow me up. Me? Well, this ends today. Desmond Lockhart will finally win out. I know where he is. He overplayed his hand this time. You and me are going to walk in there and end this. Well, that's good, since the game is almost done. He's in here, the little fuck, right under my nose the whole time. Hiding behind robots and machines. What a miserable life. Pathetic. He dies now. Now that's more like it. Follow me. You're about to witness the end of an era. Ugh. Robots. Bloody figures. Look what they have here. Ugh.
There you are. Were you trying to hide from me?
Found you. All's well. Damn it!
There
Look
you
what we
are.
have here. Good enough. You, stop!
There you are. Are you trying to hide
Look
from
what we
me?
have. What the hell?
I'm afraid of
Fight through this place. Found you.
Come over here, boy. Let's talk.
At last. There you are, you slippery bastard. At last. Let's end this, here and now.
Ah, yes, Mr. Lockhart. At last we meet face to jar. But I'm afraid at the end of this, it is you who will meet his end.
No, Calvert. I brought someone with me. Someone very special. This stranger tricked you into letting me find where you were hiding.
Yes, Desmond, but whose side is he on? Do you know? Can you be sure? You always were so bad at choosing your allies.
Well, we shall see, shan't we? Destroy him!
No, no! Destroy him!
Stop!
Hostile right. Target is A. Free. Fire zone.
Stand still. There you are. This never fucking ends. You and your pathetic threats. There you are, you slippery bastard. At last, that's...
New.
How could this be?
Welcome back. I'm pulling all the data that I can from Calvert's computers. Everything the little bastard gathered is here. And then, when I'm done, I'll leave this place to sink into the sea. Now that we're rid of Calvert, I'll be heading north to pursue my next rival. There are only a few of us left now. The great game goes on. Sort of a... what's a word you'd understand? Microcosm? Yeah. It's a microcosm for the old world.
sea, en este caso realmente no sé quién es bueno o malo. No tengo idea, ¿no? Pero ya se acabó. Ahora me voy de esta isla.
Hey, just in time. Found out who went rooting around in our skulls, and you'll never guess who it was. As a totally unrelated hint, I'm in charge of his boat now. I consider it payment for what he did to my poor sliced-up brain. I was gonna do the same to him, but I figured you'd want the honor. Seems that when the tribals would send someone to the swamp, he'd be waiting around to nab 'em when the Pungaseeds gassed 'em. He'd do his amateur surgery for the tribals and let us wander back, all in exchange for punga fruit to trade. Sweet little deal he had going on. Yeah, he seemed nice enough, didn't he? I wouldn't have figured it out if I hadn't snuck into his engine room while waiting for you. From the look of it, he kept every bit of gray matter he cut out, and he had quite a collection. You can take a look if your stomach's up to it. And while you're in there, feel free to give Tobar my love, preferably with the sharp end of a hot knife. First off, I'm claiming this boat. I put Tobar down, so it's mine. Them's the rules of the ocean. So that leaves me with a boat, a load of punga, and a wicked scar. Damn if I haven't earned that adventure I came out looking for. Think I'll take over running this ship. I can travel as I like and always head back to the wasteland to see Mom. Not a bad way to live, huh? Of course, you can always ride for free. Now that I've got this sweet boat, I guess I could head back home. For a while, anyway. Just wait till Mom sees the haul I'm bringing home.
Well, if it isn't my favorite traveler. And oh, what a trip you were on. Why, when you were under, you should have heard some of the things that came out of your mouth. But I suppose you're more interested in what came out of your head, aren't you? Why do we do anything? You travel the world, kill people, take trophies that interest you, and move on. I'm much the same. The only difference is that my trophies are somewhat more medical in nature. Oh, and to be honest, I probably kill fewer people than you do. But I suppose it's time that came to an end, one way or another. Look what we... Oh!
Good to see you again. Yes, thank you so much. And now that she's got this boat and carrying all this cargo, well, I can afford to actually pay you. Thank you so much.
O sea... Si quieres, puedes, digamos, quedarte más tiempo en esa isla y buscar, o sea, digo buscar porque tienes que buscar realmente.
You have been good to your word. You are welcome at the Temple of the Union any time. Take these schematics as a token of our gratitude. It's a small thing, but I'll give you 10 caps for it. You take when we have so... Later.
O sea, puedes buscar más quests secundarias. El problema es que como no están marcadas... O sea, no sé si... Hay unas que están marcadas, otras que no. Ya, bueno, o sea, puedes buscar, digamos... El tema es que para mí, como ya lo he comentado varias veces, como no sé si es porque, o sea, sé que claramente hay algunas misiones que no se muestran, porque eso lo sé, pero secundarias, ¿no? Pero no estoy, o sea, no sé cuántas misiones primarias, o sea, secundarias se muestran realmente. Eso sí no lo sé. Secundarias. No tengo idea. Hasta el momento yo las he encontrado casi todas, y es que no todas, hablando más que todo. No. Yo preferiría que te las marquen. Y creo que es así en el juego base, digamos. Pero ya terminamos con lo otro. No nos demoramos tanto, así que genial. Así que genial. Pero todavía quedan los mutantes, bueno, invadieron DC. La verdad.
Game's over!
Sí, está lleno. O sea, yo como dije, bueno, esto lo he comentado también, pero bueno, lo voy a comentar de nuevo. Yo siento que para los temas de dificultad no es tan difícil. O sea, no lo quiero poner en más difícil, no porque me cueste matar los monstruos, sino porque no quiero el modo supervivencia que tienen los monstruos que yo tengo puestos. Es por eso es que no lo pongo.
Vault-Tec welcomes you to our new line
Triple
of
S
subterranean
technology
vaults
is
featuring
Vault-Tec's
our
convergent
patented
Triple S
three
technology.
important parts of apocalyptic endurance: safety, survivability, and sanitation.
Eso es el boss tour. ¿Cómo llego allá? Tiene que ser por ahí, ¿cierto? Supongo, ¿no?
Being underground got you down? Smile! Our Simu-Sun lighting mimics the feeling of being outside, with only a fraction of the sunburn potential. Concerns about security? Should the unlikely event arise, we hope you've enjoyed our tour today. If you have any further questions, please take a brochure from our helpful Vault-Tec guides.
Ya sabes, vamos a ver qué onda. Esto está... Probablemente está del otro lado, no sé. Ahora, yo creo que vine...
For as long as history has been recorded, man has had an insane...
O sea, no me van a ver lootear tanto o explorar tanto porque la verdad por lo menos en Fallout 3, porque ya como dije he explorado muchísimo en esto. Ahora en el New Vegas sí me van a ver hacer. ¿Qué me dice?
Game's over! Game's over!
Lo sabía. Podría haber vuelto por el mismo lugar.
Now try and hide from this!
que dar la vuelta porque el sol no me cae. De grabar. Acaso. Me olvidé que en este tienes esta opción. Se me hace que... Es acá. Es arriba. ¿Y cómo se supone? ¿Cómo se supone que voy a llegar? Claro que grabé, pero... Parece raro. De que... Complete. Ok. ¿Puedo viajar rápido acá o no? Está bajando, no sabía. Esto pasa lo mismo, no sé, una mierda. Ese es por el HDR. Creo yo.
That was a hell of a fight. Nice one.
Hey, all right! The hero of the wasteland returns. Hey, you're the one who deserves all the thanks. You struck a major blow against tyranny. Now, GNR can be heard clear across the capital wasteland again. That'll give Eden and those muties something to think about. But before I get back to my calling, I bet you want to hear about your dad. Whoa now, dry your eyes. A promise is a promise, and I will provide. When your dad passed through here, he and I talked for a good long time. He's a real stand-up kind of guy. He mentioned some scientific mumbo-jumbo which didn't make sense to me, and mentioned something called Project Purity. He also said something about going to visit a Dr. Lee in Rivet City. Then he left in a hurry. You've never heard of Rivet City? Wow. Just wow. Well, a whole bunch of people got together and turned a beached aircraft carrier into a town. Pretty cool, huh? Just follow the river south from here. There's no way you can miss it.
curioso es que cada vez que salgo o entro a este
Good
edificio
old
o
mutant
llego a este edificio, salen volando estos buenos.
cleansing. There's nothing else like it.
Ahora, probablemente cada una de estas personas me va a pedir que haga algo para ellos, es lo más probable. Ya conocíamos River City, pero pregunté por qué si no.
Is there a problem?
Este bueno es un imbécil.
He's totally strung out. It's gonna kill him one of these days. She's one of the members of the council. Runs the science lab here. Don't bother her unless it's important. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship. Good to see you.
Me gusta más, definitivamente me gusta la marca así como está ahora. Las primeras 30 o 35 horas tuve que jugarlas con la marca puesta de los juegos.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here? You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Your father is no longer here, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't use that tone with me. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know? Yes. Your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you. Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Claro, yo por lo menos hasta el momento no he visto, por ejemplo, él tiene una misión secundaria, pero no está marcada. Entonces no sé si está funcionando el marcador de misiones secundarias, la verdad. O sea, digamos que los NPCs te cuenten la verdad. No, o sea, no es que te cuenten la verdad, que te las muestren, no es que todo eso. No sé.
I'll wear your... I'll wear your bones around! No!
O sea, no quiero explorar esto, así que voy a seguir.
Hold you! No!
I'm off to Vault 112 to search for anything of bronze that might help me get this purifier up and running. All I know is that it's west of some place called Evergreen Mills, and it's well hidden in some sort of garage. But I'll find it. I have to. It's so close. But that's the story of Project Purity, isn't it?
I smell your fear! No!
Let's see if Braun has the missing puzzle piece. Even in Vault 101, my work on Project Purity never really stopped. Soon after we arrived, my nightly routine included sneaking into the restricted areas, searching for, I don't know, whatever I could find. It was a Vault-tech facility, after all. The place was built with some of the most advanced technology this country had ever developed. Those excursions never turned up anything particularly useful. So, one night, after half a bottle of scotch, I broke into the overseer's office. It was easy enough to hack his console, gain access to the restricted files. Most of it was garbage. Propaganda, spy reports, just plain rambling bullshit, really. But there was one thing, one name that stood out amongst all the others. Dr. Stanislaus Braun. I knew of Braun's work, of course. He was a celebrity in his day, Vault-tech's sorcerous scientist, leaving his peers in awe of his technological wizardry. But it was in Vault 101 that night in the overseer's office I first learned of Braun's involvement in Vault-tech's social preservation program and his work on something called GECK, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit. To be honest, the GECK sounded like pure fantasy, even for someone of Braun's capabilities. It was nothing short of a miracle. A terraforming module capable of producing life from complete lifelessness. But not only was this thing a reality, it was actually distributed to several vaults to be used after an atomic war. Vault 101 was, sadly, not on that list. Did some digging and discovered Braun's name on the reservation list for a Vault 112. I'm no slouch, but this man, he could have easily succeeded where I failed. Does his collected knowledge remain within the halls of Vault 112? Journals, holotapes, computer records, maybe even experiments. If I could gain access to just a fraction of Braun's genius, Project Purity would become a reality.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued vault suit before proceeding. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger. Please dress in your Vault 112 suit. Remove all other articles of clothing to prevent damage to the equipment. Thank you for your cooperation. Hello, sir.
Good day. You probably ought to go talk to Betty, kiddo. Don't want to keep her waiting. She's out there on the playground, probably looking for you. Run along now.
Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. I'm Betty. I live here on Tranquility Lane. Want to play a game? You don't get to say no. If I want to play a game, you're going to play. And I want to. I said I want to play a game. It's easy. You make Timmy Newsbaum cry. And I'll help you. If you don't, then I guess you're stuck here.
What can I do for you, sport? Such a kidder. You're on Tranquility Lane, of course. Where else would you be? My boy Timmy? Good kid. Straight-laced, good head on his shoulders. Never been in so much as a fist fight. We're a close-knit family. Don't know what any of us would do if something happened. Nope, afraid not. Don't you worry about it, though. You'll find him.
Hiya. Hi there, I'm Timmy. Wanna play? What? Did I do something bad? No, not my mommy and daddy, no. No. Decided you want to play after all, huh?
I had a feeling you'd come around. Your approach was somewhat uninspired, but it'll do. Since you won the game, you get a prize. You may ask one question, which I will answer as honestly as possible.
Your father? Oh my, what a splendid turn of events. I had no idea the two of you were related. Yes, I have indeed seen him. I'm afraid he's rather unavailable at the moment. Were I you, I'd be more concerned with myself at the moment.
And besides, we're done with questions for now. Perhaps we'll address it at a later time. First, I have something else for you to do. Pay a visit to the Rockwells. They're very happily married, and I'd like you to change that. Put an end to their marriage, and we'll talk. Rationalize it any way you'd like. If you succeed, we'll continue our discussion.
Qué hijo de puta, güey. O sea, primero quiere que le arruine la vida al niño. Ya, se la arruiné. Ahora quiere que haga que la pareja quiebre. O sea, están casados, que se rompe, que termine.
Well, hi there. It's that Martha Simpson, isn't it? I knew it. That's it. I've had enough of Roger's lies and bullshit. This has to end.
O sea, voy a agarrar karma, definitivamente, pero bueno, ahora mismo. O sea, mal karma, digamos.
Hello! Hey there, sport, how's it going?
Veamos. Va a entrar, así que ahora mismo. No puedo ver nada, ¿verdad? Va a entrar, ¿no? A ver. ¿Qué va a hacer?
Good day.
¿Por qué se da la vuelta así, hermano? Qué estupidez.
Roger, you son of a bitch. Did you really think I wouldn't find out?
What? Janet, what are you talking about?
Don't you lie to me. Did you honestly think you could skulk around with that whore and no one would see you?
Janet, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, someone saw you and Martha, Roger, and I heard about it. So now I know for sure.
Who told you that? They're lying, I swear it.
You fucking coward. I can't stand the sight of you. Get away from me.
Karma. De nuevo.
Poor Janet and Roger.
So, you have achieved your goal. I was hoping for something a bit more dramatic, but persuasion appears to be your strong suit. And at least you are cooperative, unlike your father. I was most disappointed when he refused to participate, yet still expected something from me. You have amused me thus far, but I still don't think you're quite in a position to be demanding anything. Still, I suppose you've earned the right to some further answers. What would you ask of me? Your father, frustrating as he was, recognized the significance of some of my previous work. He came to gather information on it. He was most pleased to be able to ask me directly, but he failed to understand how things work here. He was unwilling to compromise, to do anything I asked of him, and so our discussions ended. If you continue to behave and do as I ask, I may be willing to release both of you. But first, you have work to do. Oh, come now, show some enthusiasm.
There are fewer rules this time. I'd like to see just what you're capable of.
I'd like you to kill Mabel Henderson. Please put some effort into it. Do something creative. Beating her to death won't impress me. Still you resist me, when you know that I have the answers you seek. Well, I am not going to beg you. You know what I ask of you, and so you know what you must do to retain my favor. Have you met Doc the dog? He's another new arrival, much like yourself. He might seem a bit familiar to you, huh? If you insist on an answer, then you may better know me as Dr. Stanislaus Braun.
I've chosen a different appearance for myself here, in my own little playground. Reynolds.
O sea, lamentablemente estoy obligado a hacer esto, ¿no? Porque ni siquiera puedo...
I've told you what I want from you. I want to see some creativity. And I want to see Mabel dead.
No puedo hacer nada.
Mabel's...
No puedo hacer nada, o sea... Se supone que tengo que matar a esta buena con creatividad, pero... ¿A qué le llama creatividad? Porque en este mundo no hay nada importante, la verdad, más que la información que necesito sacar.
Well, hi there.
No sé cómo matar a Mabel, o sea, la podría golpear hasta la muerte, ¿no? Pero...
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real, none of it. It needs to end. The suffering must end. We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make-believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up. He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it. It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
El boss
Well, hi there.
O sea, el tipo igual no me ha dado absolutamente nada muy importante. Solo me dijo que estaba acá y que lo conocía. O sea, no vuelvo a decir, no me dio nada. Y tuve que romper un matrimonio y hacer llorar a un niño. Pero matar a alguien ya es otro nivel. ¿Y dónde está el terminal? Dicen que hay un terminal en esta puta casa. ¿Dónde está? La verdad no lo veo por ningún lado. Probablemente tiene que ver con esto. Cada uno tiene un sonido. A ver, un segundo. Sorry, estoy viendo un video, bueno, entonces...
What did you do?
Hijo de perra.
Do you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
You? No, I am the creator of this world.
Feels so lost. So, all alone.
Didn't you figure it out, huh? The dog. So loyal, so trusting, so annoying.
I simply made him what he always was.
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation, he'll be waiting for you.
But there's no one waiting for me.
Why do you torment me? You know who I am. You know that I am really Dr. Braun, that I created this place.
And now I'm trapped here. It's all your fault.
It is my greatest achievement. The best of the many simulations I've run in these 200 years.
I played with the others, but they bored me. This version never grew old. It amused me over and over and over again.
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose?
Acá está, weón.
Son, you've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. It's so good to see you, but what are you doing here? Well, I'm glad you did. This certainly wasn't how I expected things to turn out. I wasn't ready for Braun, or I might have fared better. It certainly is. It's nice to feel that I'm on two legs again. And thanks to Dr. Braun, I know that Project Purity isn't lost after all. I was right about Braun. The technology he developed is unstable, even dangerous. But it can be adapted for Project Purity. I need to return to Rivet City and talk with Madison. If we can find a GEC, we can make Project Purity work. Yes. With what I've learned, Madison is sure to see that we can finally succeed where we failed so many years ago. I'd like you to come with me. I'd like you to be there when we finally open the floodgates. That's my boy. Let's hurry. Now that I know what we need, I want to get back to work as soon as possible. It started as an idea, really. Remember the Bible passage your mother loves so much? Free, clean water for everyone. What a difference it could make in the lives of everyone here in the wastes. Over time, that idea took the form of a purifier. Not like the one in the vault, though. This one was gigantic, capable of purifying millions of gallons of water at once. We used the old Jefferson Memorial for the location, right on D.C.'s tidal basin. Someday soon, I hope you'll see it work. In the year before you were born, things became difficult. There had always been something of a mutant problem in the city, but it became worse. They attacked more frequently and more aggressively. Support for the project eroded as time went on. When we couldn't produce any significant results, progress came to a halt. And then you were born. Your mother and I had talked about what to do when that time came, but then we lost her, and I had to make a decision. I chose to leave. From what I understand, things happened quickly after that. It became too dangerous for the others to stay, and so the project was abandoned. Dr. Lee and her team left for what became Rivet City, and Project Purity has sat waiting ever since. I understand that you have reason to question a good many things I've told you over the years. But your mother... I've never lied to you about what happened. Not once. She died giving birth to you. It was a difficult time. She was so eager to meet you, to make a place for you in the world. If nothing else, please believe that she loved you very much. The vault you grew up in had its own water purification system. Clean water was never a worry. Out here, things are different. Water out here is never clean, and almost always irradiated. It's barely able to sustain any kind of normal life. If we can change that, humanity has a real chance at rebuilding, starting over.
Hello, sir.
Ya, bueno, veamos.
Hello, sir.
Quiero una cosa.